Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Johnson and I'm the Director of Academic Technology at Wisconsin Lutheran College. This video is intended to show you a little bit about forum use as well as forum subscriptions. In your courses, you're going to see this icon with the two dialog boxes quite often. That is the forum, and the forums are really intended as a way to help foster communication in an online course setting. One of the things to note is there's typically a forum called General News or News and Announcements in each of the classes that you are automatically subscribed to, and you actually can't unsubscribe. That is where instructors can post announcements for the entire class and it will be emailed to you. All of these emails and whatnot are going to go to your wlc.edu account or mail.wlc.edu account. So it's important that you check that often or have it tied into either your phone or your other email account so that you can keep up to date on what's going on in your course. So I want to show you first of all a pretty standard forum. Here's a forum where it asks a question and then I as a student can add a discussion topic. I can put my great title for my discussion topic here and I can post any information in the message section. I can also insert links, like this is a link to google.com. I can take that text, highlight it, and click on the little chain link here and then put in the URL where I want this to go to. And then create a link that goes right to there. So that's great for inserting links to YouTube videos or to other websites. If you wanted to get a little fancier and actually put a picture in here, I can grab a picture and drop it right into my post and it'll post it right in there. It does a pretty decent job. You always have to be careful because of the size of the picture, etc. When you're working with that. So it's not always the greatest idea to do it. Another option is for embedding things into your post. And I'm going to show you one with a YouTube video. So let me jump over to a YouTube video here. When you go to any video on YouTube, there's usually under the sharing section a place where you can embed. And it gives you a piece of code that you just copy this entire thing. All right, and I'm going to jump back over to where I was putting that in now that I've copied it. And the weird part is that code needs to be pasted in this second section. You'll notice I clicked on the show fewer or more buttons. It's a whole second section of things that I can do when I'm posting, including adding equations and different special characters and clearing formatting, etc. I'm going to click on the last one, which is very rarely used because it takes this and turns it into HTML, and people usually freak out. You don't need to know anything about it. All I'm going to do is at the very end of all of this, paste that iframe code I got from YouTube, and then I'm actually going to stop showing the code, and you'll notice it threw that YouTube video right in there. I can also attach files to my posts by dragging and dropping them in here or using the adder just like we did in the profile video and attaching assignments. So lots of things you can add to your posts. Once you've posted to a forum, and I'm going to post this one here, and say continue. There are some options for each of the forums. You'll notice that after this post, I've got this little mail icon here, and it says you're subscribed to this discussion, meaning if someone replies to that, it's going to send me an email notification or whatever I have set up. So I can unsubscribe from that by clicking it or subscribe to it. Usually by default, whenever you add a discussion post, you're automatically subscribed to the responses to that. But you might want to be able to subscribe to someone else's post even if you're not going to post yourself. That way you can stay up to date on what's going on. Some of the forum preferences though are going to be found underneath your profile where it says preferences. And here are forum preferences. And there's three basic choices. You can have your responses, if people were responding, a bunch of people are in a forum and responding to that, you can get an email with each post. So this is the email digest type. You can get an email not with each post, but with all of the posts, or an email with all of the subjects at the end of the day, or no digest whatsoever. I usually go with single email per forum post. Sometimes it gets a little cluttered. It depends on how many students are in the class and how many forums you're subscribed to. The auto subscribe, I can tell it that yes, when I post to a forum, I want to see all the responses. And the forum tracking I can turn on. It says, yes, highlight new posts for me. What that is going to show you is that if I am back in my course page, so let me go back to my course. After each one of these, it's going to show me when there's an unread post here. All right, so that is how you can subscribe to forum posts. There is actually one other thing that's a little bit more advanced under preferences, and it's the messaging preferences. This will help you get notifications while you're even online. For example, I'll point out the forum. I could, if I'm subscribed to a forum, I could get a pop-up notification in Moodle when there is a forum post, which is nice if I'm online and logged in. So that's another option. You'll notice there's a lot of different options here you can look through. I would really encourage you to stay subscribed to the email posts. It can sometimes get a little overwhelming, but especially in an online classroom, it helps you see when things are going on. And I've turned mine off on accident a few times and then gotten behind very quickly. So that is forum subscriptions in Moodle.